Listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make.
Listen, Wilbur. I know there's no such a person as Dracula. You know there's no such a person as Dracula. But does Dracula know it?
Oh, it's alive! It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Hey, welcome to today's episode of the JokerPool Podcast. I'm the host who likes to listen to them. Children of the night. What music they make. Dustin, and my co-host.
And I'm the co-host that never drinks wine, Jed.
Awesome, Jed. So,
how's that?
That was very good.
Alright.
So, since it's October, we thought we'd do a couple Halloween specials.
Not October yet, it's right around the corner.
Yeah.
Okay, October, Halloween's coming up. Halloween's nearly right around the corner, and we thought it'd be great to do some scary videos.
Yeah. And today we'll be talking about a very awesome video game coming out in November called Vampyr. It's about a vampire, and finally we'll get to suck some blood. Jed, you got the bloody info on that?
Yes, I do. Alright. It's technically it's just pronounced vampire, not vampire. Not to be confused with that old black and white vampire weird movie that came out years ago. But anyway, okay, so Vampyr is a narrative action-driven RPG. And for all those who are thinking, when I bring up RPG, I'm not talking about rocket-propelled grenades. That's not what I'm talking about. Our RPG in this stands for role-playing game. And Vampyr takes place in the year 1918 in London. And this is around the time the notorious Spanish flu epidemic begins to sweep Europe, and it hits England hard like a sledgehammer. And in this okay. And in this particular world, you take on the protagonist of this game. You play as Jonathan E. Reed, who is a doctor, a well-known physician, and a war surgeon, I think, who had just become a vampire after being bitten by a patient who he thought had the Spanish flu.
That's some gratitude for you.
This transformation takes a huge toll on Jonathan. Since he still sees himself as a good man, he now realizes that he will have to take the lives of people around him in order to survive. And the game will go by how the player plays it. Like, if you choose to, when you play Jonathan Reed, if you choose to feed on everyone and kill everyone, it will have massive consequences on the rest of the story. So, and it says here that through the gameplay that I got my notes out, it says compels in order to quench his thirst, it says in order to do this successfully, he must gather information about his targets, study and change their habits, collect clues, and maintain certain relationships by communicating with the inhabitants of London. And it's an open world game too.
Very cool.
Which serves as a open world neighborhoods. It is possible to finish the game. It is possible to finish the game without taking any lives.
But who would want to do that in a vampire game? You finally get to be a vampire.
But you could also still be a doctor. You could still go around and make medicine and still be a good person, but that doesn't mean you still won't be hunted by the vampire hunters that are in the game. They're hunting for any vampire, whether good or bad.
Yeah, so bring that up. I watched 2 gameplay demos of this on YouTube.
I did too, and the game looks awesome.
It looks fantastic, and it's so cool. There's different options when you talk to a character. You can piss him off, be nice to him,
or you could use mesmerize on him and hypnotize him.
Yeah, there's different abilities that this guy has. So he can, like Jed said, he can hypnotize the guy.
Although it's not like look into my eyes. It's like he whispers something in their ear. It says like, "You will follow me now," or something like that.
Yeah, and he can lead the person away. In the demo he did. He led them away to a dark, secluded place and then just bit them.
Chomp.
He also has powers over, looks like darkness itself in one part.
Yeah, like the teleportation, the invisibility. You could go invisible too.
He can jump. The smoke grabbed this one guy and then like impaled him. And then
that was the coolest move I saw him do in that demo. I was speechless. I was like, okay, this guy, he's more OP than I thought.
Yeah, and it's interesting that he's not the only undead in the game. At one point, he goes after a bishop priest guy, and he's kind of went zombie almost. He's called
a skull, which is a lesser species of vampire, and there's different skulls. And there's a certain part in one of the demos where he stumbles across a group of hunters fighting a group of skulls who actually because of the Spanish flu and because they drank infected blood with the Spanish flu, it caused some crazy mutations.
Oh, really?
And one of the things that actually you get to do is to try to find what caused these mutations and actually try to make a cure. But as long as you keep your distance from them and from the skulls while they're fighting, you could just keep your distance. You just go right past them. Just don't get caught in the crossfire.
Well, I'm very excited to bite as many people as I can. I waited so long for them to make a game where you can actually be as a vampire. You know how cool that is? Every game out there, almost, you're a good guy. And that's cool, but it's fun to finally be the bad guy, you know?
But he's still a good guy, though.
Depending on your choices, like Jed said, you can play the game and not bite a single person, which affects the game heavily. That makes it a lot harder because, as I've read, drinking blood gives you the level up and experience points. Or you can bite everybody you want, which I'm very excited for.
Yeah, and I saw an interview with one of the IGN interviewers when he was talking to the developers of the game. They said he asked him like a difficult question that apparently the developers didn't understand. It's like, if you don't want to bite, I'll just try to summarize what the question was. How would you choose, to bite someone? It's like, how would you make that choice? Like, what if you don't want to harm an innocent person or anything? What the developer said is to do it like Dexter did. You know, the serial killer vigilante. Is that find out who has it coming. You know, if you know anybody who has it coming for them. Like, if they've done some really bad things, and just be like a vigilante is what they pretty much said.
Yeah, so you don't have to go all Joker on everybody. You could be more like a Deathstroke and kill only the bad guys, so...
Yeah, kill those who have it coming.
Yep. Well, we are both terribly excited for this game, and we hope that's a great one. We're excited to see it and play it in November, aren't we, Jed?
Yes, we are.
Alright, well, thank you for... What?
Just keep going. Sorry.
You're good. Thank you for joining us on today's podcast. I'm your co-host, Dustin, and...
I'm your co-host, Jed, and I did not choose what I have become, but I can choose the lives I take. Cursed be the choice.